for joining me today in another watercolor video tutorial. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how I paint this fall card. Some pumpkins and flower. I'm going to be using this yellow cadmium, this orange cadmium orange, this nickel quinacridone. I'm going to be using burnt umber. This is Van Dyke brown. This is Hawker's green. This is our permanent sap green. This is our purple, and this is our cerulean blue. The first one is going to be our 12. The second one, same round, number 6, number 2. And if we need to have like a little tiny details, we can even work with this 0, 0, 0. Show you how to draw the picture. Okay. So the main idea is to find geometrical forms. So here we have one big circle. Here we have an oval. Here I have another circle, and this is extra, another circle, and this can be oval. So let's find out first the big circle that is going to be the big pumpkin. And then the oval. And then another circle. Here we have a flower. And here we have another circle just for the bottom part of this pumpkin. Okay, so basically this is these 4 elements, and then here we have one leaf, another leaf, another leaf. Okay, so now it's time to start doing some shapes. So I'm going to divide this circle half, and I'm going to start adding some slice, like pizza slice. And you can start modifying, your drawing as much as you need. Then we have here the stem. And if you're my patron, don't worry, because you are going to have the drawing in Patron home. So we have here the middle of the flower. We have here 1 petal, 2 petals, 3, 4, 5. Then you can start building your petals. Here we have this part for the neck. And then the next one. And this stem. And the leaves. So this is like a sketch You can add these purple little flowers. Or purple leaves. And this one. It's like a long heart. Okay. This is my tracing paper, and what you're going to be doing is tracing all your picture and then transferring to your watercolor paper. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to flip again my paper, and this time I'm going to be transferring into my watercolor card. Be sure that the size of the drawing is the same as the surface that you are going to be working. Okay, so now I'm going to place, this is the pencil side, so find the distance, the correct position, and trace it again. Put here, okay. And I think I have everything set. Let's see. Let's check it out. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to just check in my lines. If I was missing something. Well, look, it's good for now. And now that we have everything set, let's prepare our palette color. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to use my navel eraser just to soft the lines. I'm going to just soft enough just for you to be able to see it, but in your case, erase as much as you can the lines, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to grab my number 12, round number 12, and I'm going to be wetting with clean water all the big pumpkin. I'm going to wet all the pumpkin with the tip of my brush. I'm going to go around the other elements, careful without touching it. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of the yellow . A very light yellow. clean my brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of the orange. Just introducing a little bit of the color. Then a little bit of your nickel. And a little bit of my umber. I can see that it starts like drying the paper. So I need to move faster here to clean the excess. And at the end, I'm going to add more orange. Again. And I'm going to leave it alone. Now that it's dry, I'm going to grab again my number 12. Be careful that it needs to be really dry, okay? I'm going to wet it again. It needs to be dry because you don't want to peel the color that is in the bottom. And I'm going to grab again orange. And a little bit of the nickel color again. Then I'm going to grab my small number 2 round. I'm going to grab clean water. I'm going to splash some clean water inside. Just some splashes to create this texture. So now we need to wait this part to be dry, but we can be painting the leaves, okay? So let's grab our green that we're going to be using 2 greens. First is our sap green. Hawker's green. I'm going to use my number 6, round 6. I'm going to wet it. And I'm going to wet the whole leaf. And I'm going to grab my sap green. Make sure that everything is painted. And I'm going to grab a little bit with the tip of my brush, the Hawker's green. I'm going to clean the excess. I'm just going to move a little bit the color, a little bit more. And the tip, clean the excess. And I'm going to leave it alone. So let's do the next one. Sap green. And all the tips. And I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, the next one. The tips clean. Just move the paint. And I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so now let's try everything. Okay, so I'm going to grab my purple. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is we have our purple already here. I'm going to grab a little bit of plain water. And with a very light purple, adding more water, I'm going to start adding purple into my first petal. And when it's all wet with color, I'm going to grab a little bit more of the purple, but with less water. And I'm going to add a little bit in the base and in the top, like this. I'm going to leave it alone. And again, so I'm going to be doing the one that is in front with that light purple first. I'm going to try to not touch this part. Then I'm going to clean the excess of the paint. And back and forth. We tried again to not touch this petal. So I'm showing you this in purple, but you can be painting it in any color you want. It's very important that the petal is wet. Like that the paint is going to be moving. Close enough, but without touching it. Last petal. And I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm going to go and grab my small number 2. And I'm going to be painting these little tiny leaves. And instead to be purple this time, I want to be using the quinacridone. These are like a little hearts. And for the branch, a little bit of the brown. And I just want to connect. Okay, like this. And as this is going to be bluish, we can also add some of the orange. Be careful because this one is still wet. Then the brown. And then the moment that you connect the branch, pull a little bit the brown inside the leaf. So you can even go and grab a little bit of the Hawker's green and just add a little dot of Hawker's green. Okay, so we can paint this one And what I'm going to be doing first, I'm going to be wetting until this part, until before the neck, with clean water. And I'm going to go around the leaf and around the flower. Everything is wet. I'm going to grab my sap green. I'm going to clean my brush, clean water, because here to add some clean water. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of my Hawker's cream and I'm going to go in the middle. And I'm going to leave the water to make its own work and to meet the light green. And when this is going to be dry, we're going to give a little more texture. Okay, and we're going to leave it alone. Now we're going to grab a little bit of our light blue. A little bit of the blue. I want to go all around. Here we have a little accident. I'm going to just clean it with clean water. Yeah, that's it. Careful with the flower and with the leaves. You can use white mask to mask these leaves. That is going to be easier for you. I want this very wet. So just clean water. So now I want to grab a little bit of my Hawker's cream. And again a little bit of the blue, but with less water. Use clean water. More Hawker's green. clean your brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the burnt umber. And when I feel like the colors are what I want, I'm going to grab a little bit of water. Because I want to create this texture. Okay. Here you can see how the water pull out the watercolor. Okay. So I'm going to work this part. I'm going to grab a little bit of the nickel color. I'm going to do some lines like this. And then the umber. And the texture we're going to be painting as soon as this is dry, okay? Okay, so for the pumpkin, I'm gonna go back and use number 6, the point, clean water. I'm going to use a little bit of the burnt umber with a little bit of the nickel color with a lot of water because you want to have soft lines. This is dry, so we're glazing the painting. So with my painting brush, I wanna use a little bit of my Hawker's cream with water. Very thin lines. To grab a little bit darker brown. And with the number 2, brush number 2, nickel color first with water, clean water. And I'm going to make some lines. And then a little bit of the burnt umber. Dark brown in the bottom. I'm going to change for the tiny one. to wait this to get dry. Darken the bottom. And just make some lines. Same here. And this is already dry, so grab your thin brush, Hawker's green, and the Hawker's green need to be very thick, okay? And we're going to make some strokes. Now sap green. Sap green. Now we're going to be adding it first with the nickel color. And a little bit of the burnt umber I'm going to add a little more of the darker brown in the bottom. Okay, and with the darker brown, I want to add some lines here. And here. I'm going to go back with my number 2, and I want to grab this bright orange. Some bright orange here, and I'm going to add a little dot of bright orange in these leaves. With the same brush, I'm gonna go with the blue with a little less water, a little more water, because we want to make some lines here. We're going to wait this to get dry to add a little more dots, purple dots. Here we can work a little more. Soft the lines. Okay, I'm going to try it to finish this part. I'm going to grab with my tinting brush dark purple, and that's it, guys. So I want to show you the two options of the two colors that you can be working. This is one that I did today, and this is another one. So the difference is the flowers and these leaves. So you can play with the tones, but this is the main idea. I hope you like it, and if you like it, remember to like my video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Love you guys. Bye bye.